Hi, my name's Pete Evans. I'm from the University of Edinburgh, and this is a short presentation about what we mean by evidencing your learning for your e-portfolio for the ESSA project assessment and certification. At the core of this sort of idea of evidence or showing your learning is going to be your reflective blog posts. And these are really telling short little stories of what you did, how you did it, and what you learned from it. In your ePortfolio resource pack, which is inside the PebblePad ePortfolio system, you'll find lots of help and guidance on how to do this, including sort of prompt questions mapped against different stages of both the auditor training program and the audit process itself. Now, you can, of course, ignore these questions, but they're there to help you think about what you should be reflecting on. But alongside these blog posts, you'll also be collecting other artifacts, other forms of evidence to support your stories. So these may be photos, videos, audio recordings, like you might record your interviews and focus groups, social media products, so tweets or Facebook posts or whatever else you might use, examples of data and document analysis that you undertook as part of the audit, the analysis you did of the interviews and focus groups or any other audit methods that you used, as well as the drafting of final and the working documents as you go through the audit process. So there's quite a range of different evidence that you might use. And this evidence, in combination with the reflective blogs, you should think about in terms of demonstrating how you've met the learning outcomes of the course. So how your knowledge and understanding of social responsibility auditing has developed or changed in some way, how your skills in the various audit methods and things like group working or interpersonal working or planning and organisation, those kind of things, how they've changed and developed through the course of the project. And a particularly strong sort of type of story is where you face particular challenges or difficulties or even mistakes, and how you've addressed them or corrected them or made sure you didn't repeat them in some way. And those are particularly powerful stories of learning and a particularly strong components of really effective learning portfolios. And when you come to writing your interim and final reflective reports that are the key sort of part of the assessment and certification process, you're really thinking in terms of summarising these stories in a way that advises your former self or another person who's going to participate in this project. So it's all about, if I knew what I know now, what would I have done differently and why? And it can be quite specific. So, undertaking a difficult interview or doing a document analysis, you may think you did it really well, but actually there's small ways you could do it better or differently or more speedily and so on. And the other thing I'd say is, obviously you're working in a group in quite an intense sort of project activity, so you want to avoid trying to create additional work for yourself all the time. So you should be looking at using work that you're currently doing rather than generating new work. Looking at opportunities from the training and the audit process to generate evidence. So it could be that your small working group within the training program or audit sits down at the end of every day and has a bit of a debrief, perhaps with your facilitator, perhaps not. But you could record that debriefing chat and use that the whole group could use that as evidence in their individual portfolios. So it's really thinking about how you might be quite creative or a bit smart about generating your evidence without overburdening your cells, but also making use of the advice that's contained within the ePortfolio system itself, which is quite extensive, but also chatting with your facilitators either during the training program or afterwards during the audit process itself. And final thing I'd say is good luck with it all.